One question I often ask to myself is, what are the other options to notify MECM client computer? One action which is prominently done when I am remoting a client computer and need to run the action cycle, I open the config manager properties, run the action cycle. However, are there any other probabilities? That is what we are going to see in this video. I have explored 4 options that can be done to notify a client computer. Before moving forward, if you are new to this particular channel or yet to subscribe, then please click subscribe so that you get more updates related to MECM. This is your host Yagnesh Malavia welcoming you. First option, which is most commonly popular, is going into the control panel, opening the configuration manager applet. In this, going into the action and running the action cycle. So this is most commonly used if we are remoting a client computer and looking forward to notify it. The second option is if we want to do the same thing from the console, then we need to go into the console, and in this, within asset and compliance devices, we need to select a device, do a right click, and here we will see a client notification. So here we will see several options where download computer policy is something similar to running machine policy retrieval and evaluation cycle. Similarly, the second option, which is download user policy, which is user policy retrieval and evaluation cycle. The third thing, which is collect discovery data, which is like discovery data collection cycle. So few of the options which is available over here is matching if we are looking forward to run it from the console. So collect software inventory, collect hardware inventory, as we see over here, software inventory cycle and hardware inventory cycle. So if we are looking forward to run it from the console, then we can go on the device and do a client notification from here. The third option which is available is going into the device and notifying through Software Center. So if I click on the Software Center, here we will have an option of options. Within that options, it's computer maintenance, where it is giving an option of sync policy. It states that click to start the configuration manager user and machine policy retrieval and evaluation cycle. You can also do it from the configuration manager applet that we did it. So if we are running this particular action, then user and machine policy cycle, this user as well as machine policy cycle will be triggered. Along with that, it will be triggering the evaluation cycle. This is this one. So these 3 action cycles will be triggered if we are running it through the Software Center. Now, this can also be useful if we are looking to notify a device where we are looking to get the application installed. So by doing this, it will run the machine policy, user policy and application deployment evaluation. Eventually we will get the application if it's just waiting for the maintenance window or it's waiting to install it. And the fourth option to run the action cycle is through command line. Now when I say command line, I will segregate this into 2 sections. One is command prompt, that is CMD, and second is through PowerShell. Now, as we mentioned earlier, that whenever we are running any action cycle, there are certain logs that is getting updated. There is a action that is triggered. Now let me open the same thing. If I open the action cycle, there are multiple action cycles which is mentioned. Each action cycle is assigned with a particular GUID. On screen, I am sharing a Microsoft document where here multiple schedule and GUID is mapped to. Example, hardware inventory is reflected with the GUID as 00001, then software inventory 00002. Similarly, multiple action cycle are there. Now over here, if I go onto the device and run a particular action cycle, which is application deployment evaluation cycle, I will see the logs getting updated, and this particular application deployment evaluation cycle will have a particular GUID. Let's witness it live. So I'm running this particular action cycle. Let me sort it with date modified, and here I am seeing a particular action that is triggered, which is 00123. Now over here, if I search for 123, I'm seeing this particular action, application manager global evaluation action. Now That particular action that we triggered is triggering application manager global evaluation action. So even we can do the same thing, that is this particular 00123 we can trigger it through command prompt also, instead of going through this particular action cycle. That is what we are going to explore, how we are going to do it. Now let's take an example. If I'm looking forward to run machine policy evaluation like this, which is having GUID 00222, sorry 0022. Now over here I can go to that particular device and I will go to the command prompt. Here I will use a command which is WMIC namespace root CCM path SMS underscore client called TriggerSchedule, and here I will just use that particular parameter of machine policy, which is this one. I will copy this, paste it over here, and I need to close it with double quotes. Yep, so this is successfully triggered. Let me review the logs. So I'm seeing recent log at 1022. So there's action that is triggered of 0022, which is successfully sent. So eventually this particular action will be triggered of machine policy. So this is one of the way where we can execute the WMIC command and get the action cycle triggered. Similarly, if I'm looking forward to run through the PowerShell, then I can use Invoke-WMI method. That is this particular command. You will get this entire commands in the description of this video. So Invoke-WMI method, namespace root CCM class SMS underscore client, name TriggerSchedule, and similar, like if I'm looking forward to trigger this, so I can just use the same GUID, paste it over here and press enter. So this method is not implemented in any class. Let me again try this. Invoke TriggerSchedule. Okay, I can witness there is a space that is missing, because of which this problem would have arisen. So let me add space and now run it. Yeah, it is successful. Let me again go and refresh this. Yeah, again we are saying. So both the options are available either through command prompt or through PowerShell. Now the other alternative is, if we are looking forward to run this through remote computer, then I can just add one more parameter, which is over here. I will use /node. So this is a particular parameter which I can use, WMIC /node, and then I'm giving a machine name and then the same command. So let me use the same thing and just add the machine name over here, /node colon TSCL02. So this particular thing will trigger machine policy on TSCL02. So let me open that particular device to monitor the logs. TSCL02 C dollar Windows CCM logs. Let me sort of the date modified and run the action. So let me refresh it. So after a while I checked on this particular device, SMS client method provider.log. Over here I can see 10:26 AM this particular trigger is scheduled. Now if I'm looking forward to run the same command through the PowerShell, I will open the PowerShell and I will use the same command which was mentioned earlier. Just one thing I will amend. So let me first copy paste the entire command, and over here after Invoke-WMI method I will use one more parameter which is -computer name, and here I need to mention the computer name TSCL02 and then this. So I'm triggering this particular action 121, and over here 121 is application manager policy action. So let me enter and trigger this particular action. This is successfully triggered. I can see the logs getting updated on TSCL02. And over here I can see 1116 121 trigger. So this particular action is also triggered. These command lines are really very useful, especially if you are looking forward to run action cycle even without remoting into the device. If you feel that there are more options that can be added, then please comment, because your inputs will really help to add more knowledge for each and every viewer of this particular video. And also, if you are liking the content, then please like and comment, because your likes and comments are encouraging me to come up with more knowledge videos. And also subscribe to this particular channel so that you get more updates related to MECM. With this is Yagnesh Malavia thanking you for watching this video.